and his bootlickers are spending yet again billions of taxpayers' money, thanking himself for having spent almost 40 years in power, congratulating him for having successfully subjugated the people of Uganda, forgetting that there is yet another unstoppable generation which will represent. So yes, while they eat and make merry, courtesy of our taxpayers' money, we are busy trying to encourage the masses not to give up. I also want to salute some of the comrades. Njagala balamusako mwenna naddala abo abatakyafugika nga mwe muli ne Swabra ow'omukisa ennaku zino takyafugika. Ne bwe weesigalireeyo maama. Congratulations and happy belated birthday, Comrade Swabra. Friends, it has been a long time since we interacted, since we had a chat, and between then and now, so much has been happening in our country that warrants your attention, our attention. I'll speak about the worsening human rights situation in Uganda. About 3 weeks ago, our comrade, Mayiga Ronald, went missing. And a week later, when he showed up, he reported to us about his gross torture. Jangu Mayiga. This young man went missing for a week. And when he resurfaced, he had all these wounds of torture. He told us that he had been detained. But terrible, much more terrible than that, this young man was raped in custody. He was sodomized by soldiers in CMI. Yes, that's what happens. Ono mvubuka bamuwamba namala wiki namba nga talabika. Newe yalabikako nga bamutochalinze bamutulugunyiza nga bamulidde n'ebisiyaga ku CMI ate nga si yasoose ne bwe weddirayo. It is shameful, it is painful, but we have to talk about these things because this is a reality. This is a reality. Our comrade Mayiga Ronald is one of the many political prisoners that were arrested in 2021. 4 of them, including him, were released by the court martial on bail, but many of them remain. There were 32 altogether, including Olivia Lutaya, who is still in prison. So Mayiga's case of sodomy is not new. We have shown you young boys that have been sexually assaulted by soldiers in Uganda military uniform in CMI. He recorded the same statement at the police, escorted by our lawyers. But we still know that nothing is going to be done because this regime has weaponized sexual assault, it has weaponized sodomy, it has weaponized rape against women and men as a way of torture against members of the opposition. This week, former RCC Ewan Anderson Burora was detained. Apparently, he was harassing or annoying Madame Anita Mongo. Interestingly, a few months ago, the same Burora was on the media all over, mocking the victims of torture. Those victims, Burora was on TV and radio, constantly mocking them and saying they are faking their stories to get asylum. Today, Burora is in prison on the same trumped up charges. Of course, we criticize that lawlessness. And yes, we call for his freedom. And we hope that the plight of Burora communicates to those people in the regime, the NRM members, even to us here, that in a sinking boat called Uganda, nobody is safe. Tewali ali safe, muli ato liri mukubira. Burora, abadde RCC amaze banga dene, nga jerega, nga sekerera, era nga kiina bannaffe ababa bawambiddwa ne batuusibwako ebikolobero ebifaanana bwe bityo, naye ne Bulola bamukutte mbu abuza Madam Anita Amongo emirembe, kubanga Bulola amaze ebbanga ng'ayogerera Anita Amongo ku bubbi Anita Amongo bwakulembedde mu Parliament. Kati Bulola ali mu kkomera. Tuvumirira okukwata n'okutulugunya Bulola, tuyinza obutakkaanya naye n'ebyakola obutakkaanya nabyo, naye twagala naye afune eddembe lye. Eryo eddembe lyabadde alemesa bannayuganda okufuna, twagala alifune, twagala afune obwenkanya. We want him to get the justice that he has so many times helped in denying the people of Uganda, because we believe that nobody should be subjected to lawlessness. So we add our voices in calling for his release and fair hearing. About the evictions in Lubigi, many of you have seen our people displaced in Lubigi, in Nansana, in Nabweru, and many other places. We are still concerned about the manner in which NEMA conducted himself, whether it is right or wrong. It was supposed to deal with these people in a humane way, giving them human dignity and taking into consideration their economic situation. Bagenze ne basengula ebikumi n'ebikumi by'abantu, families nyingi tebalina we basula, tebalina we basaluba, abamu nga balina n'abaana bato. NEMA kyona kyegenderera oba ntuufu mu bigendererwa byayo oba nkyamu, kiri clear nti enkola gye yakozeemu ebintu bino tiyawadde ekitiibwa bulamu bw'abantu, tiyatunulidde na nyingiza y'abantu. Twawulidde nti balina n'enteekateeka okusenda abantu abalala bangi, newankubadde ate zi factories eziri mu ntobazi ne zi petrol station eziri mu ntobazi tezikwatibwako kubanga z'abakungu mu gavumenti. Naye era tumanyi nti ebyo bye bimu ku bigenda okuleetera bannayuganda okumanya nti tewali agenda balwanirira okujjako bo kennyini. I want to speak on the grand corruption and theft at Parliament. Scandals have continued to unfold at Parliament recently, including 3 regime MPs that were charged for corruption. Apparently, they were asking the Uganda Human Rights Commission for a kickback before they pass the budget of the commission. We were not surprised by the audacity of these MPs, because I mean, if their colleagues can pocket up to 1 trillion shillings meant for Lubowa Hospital, if they can pocket billions of money meant for COVID victims, then these ones saw it as child's play. Museveni ordered a budget that was already passed to go back to Parliament, not because he was angry about the corruption. No, he was only angry because he was outsmarted by his very MPs, because he saw that they stole more of public funds than himself. So he decided to send back an already passed budget. Now this should tell us more about zero independence of the 3 arms of government. I mean, if elected members of Parliament can be abducted outside the court and they are disappeared, members of Parliament, moreover from the ruling party, then all of us should be reminded of where we stand in this Uganda of today. Mulabye mwenna obubbi obugenda maaso mu Parliament. Obubbi obungi. Juzi ba MPs 3 aba NRM ekibiina ekiri mu buyinza wadde kyawamba buwambe basindikiddwa mu komera oluvannyuma lw'okusaba enguzi ekitongole ekirina okuba nga kirwanira eddembe ly'obuntu mu ggwanga nga tebanayisa bajeti yaabwe. Naye era nga bwe mbagamba kino tikirina twewunyisa, kubanga bwe wabanga bannaabwe basobola okubba akatabali kakalamba akalina okubeera akeddwaliro ly'e Lubowa, baba basobola okubba obuwumbi n'obuwumbi obulina okubeera sente zirina okuyamba okugula ebyuma ebyamba okussa ku balwadde ba COVID, then bano balaba nti kya bulijjo. Era nga bwe mbagambye nti Museveni okusindika budget yayisiddwa edda ku mukolo ye kennyini gwabaddeko, bagizeeyo mu Parliament bagiyise buto. Tekiraga nti yali alwanyisa nguzi, wabula yanyiga bunyizi ti banne ate abakozi be ba MP be bamusinga okubba sente z'omuwa omusolo n'agamba nedda tebayinza musinga mu kazanyoke n'agisindika eddeyo. Ekyo njagala kibalage bassebo ne bannyabo nti amasiga ga gavumenti 3 tegakyetengerera n'omulundi n'ogumu. Kati eri one man show saababbi kyasalawo kyekitambula. Eyo ye Uganda gye tulimu. About our school of leadership, the Secretary General has already told you about our school of leadership and its status. We've said it before and we say it again that as NUP we believe that the abuse of office and power in Uganda is not by accident. No, this is partly as a result of having leaders in public offices that are not grounded in skill and in morality. So as part of the solution, we opened the NUP School of Leadership in our old headquarters in Kamocha. And like I said at the ceremony, we intended to nurture a new breed of leaders that respect their offices and the people that put them in their offices. Of course, police has summoned us to apparently explain what we teach in that school. Twagulawo essomero lino kubanga twamanya nti waliwo obuzibu mu bukulembeze bwaffe. Ekyokubeera nti tulina abakulembeze abataasa kitiibwa mu ofiisi zaabwe, abazikozesa obubi, abakozesa obubi obuyinza. Twakiraba nti si accident wabula kyagendererwa. Embeera y'obukulembeze bwetu mu ggwanga kuba tulina abakulembeze tebalina bumanyirivu, tebalina na buntu bulamu, tebalina buntu, tebalina mpisa. Kyatutandisawo essomero lyaffe. Tutekewo abakulembeze abapya, omujijjo gw'abakulembeze omupya nga tebalina bubeezi bumanyirivu naye nga balina n'empisa ez'abateekebwamu ez'abayigirizibwa, morality mu bukulembeze. Naye era nga bwe mwalabye kati batuyise mbu tubannyonnyole essomero lyaffe erisomesa ki. Secretary General waffe ne ttiimu bajagendayo naye ate ne wano mumpa omukisa mbanyonnyole essomero lyaffe okusookera ddala liyigiriza byakujjako mu 7. Ekyokubiri tetukomaawo wabula twagala tuyigirize bannayuganda ekyokuzzaako nga tumaze okujjako dictator. In this our school, the first thing we teach is to free ourselves from dictatorship. And like Comrade Weiss was explaining, one of the most important books that we break down in all languages, even in sign language, is a book by Gene Sharp called From Dictatorship to Democracy, because we are on a mission to move Uganda from a dictatorship to a democracy. And not only that, but after that, we want to prepare those leaders to build a new country, a country where their children and grandchildren are going to be proud to be citizens. So that is our mission. But Secretary General will probably put it in the Harvard kind of English so that the police understand it better. We are aware of the intention of the police to close our school. Tumanyi bulungi baagala kuggala somero lyaffe. I mean, they've banned all manner of sensitive of civil awakening. They even banned political education in schools. They prefer an ignorant population. So we know that they want to stop us. Of course they cannot, because whatever they do is illegal, and we always find a way of going around it. So it was important for me to inform you about this, and at the end of the presser, Secretary General and our team will go and meet them face to face and repeat this that we have said. Tetuchikweka mission yaffe yakujjako mu 7 kununula abantu baffe nga mwe muli n'abo aba police nabo twagala okubanunula. About the situation in Kenya, many friends have been asking, what are your thoughts about what is going on in Kenya? Now, across our border, the young men and women in Kenya have, as we have seen, captured our imagination and the imagination of the continent and the world by standing up strongly, peaceful and unarmed to resist a bill that would put another financial burden on their shoulders.